Seok-hwan was almost speechless and looked at Dong-hui in disbelief and asked, "Father, am I hallucinating? Please tell me this is not true." This time, Dong-hui widened his eyes, opened his mouth, looked at the screen in confusion and said, "Seok-hwan, this is $60 billion, not the $10 billion I said. Why is there an additional $50 billion? The father and son looked at each other in disbelief. 30 seconds later, Seok-hwan was still dazed after seeing the amount of money in the account. "Father, wait a moment. I'll call Chen Yuan right away." In response, she quickly called Chen Yuan, and when she saw the incoming call, Chen Yuan already knew the purpose of Seok-hwan calling, so he began teasing right away. "Oh my, Seok-hwan the beauty, we haven't even broken up for an hour and you already miss me." On the other side, Seok-hwan, embarrassed because of the loudspeaker, blushed immediately and quickly got straight to the point. "Don't be ridiculous. I'm asking you about this. Give me an honest answer. Why did you give me that black card? The amount of money in the card suddenly turned into $60 billion. It's too shocking." Chen Yuan roughly found a reason and explained, "I like this. I just transferred $50 billion to you earlier. The charity fund not only wants to buy land, but also wants to build a first-class hospital, so it needs a lot of money. I directly transferred money to you. Please quickly complete the necessary procedures." Hearing that, Seok-hwan had nothing else to say, but the sudden transfer without prior notice made her unable to resist reproaching. "Chen Yuan, can you tell me how much money you have? This is $60 billion. You sure you want to use all of this for charity? If you regret it later, I can refund the money to you. You don't need to hesitate. I just think that your mind is not clear right now. Withdrawing such a huge amount of liquid capital will definitely have a big impact on your business." Seeing Seok-hwan insisting like that, Chen Yuan firmly explained, "All right, don't worry, to me money is just numbers. It doesn't mean anything special. Even if I earn a few billion, I can't spend it all. Just a few million a month for normal living is enough. Living a lavish life is unnecessary. Surplus money will never run out no matter how I spend it. So why not use that money to do something more meaningful? In my opinion, if life revolves around making money, it will be meaningless, eventually only caring about wealth for oneself. Helping others, that is my ideal. Helping others to bring benefits to society." Chen Yuan's words are very accurate and profound. Seok-hwan is amazed, but the amazement quickly turns into agreement. Even Dong-hui is quietly impressed. This young man is very intelligent. At over 20 years old, he already has such enlightened thoughts. It is extraordinary. Nowadays, many people only live to make money. Their minds are only occupied with money matters. If they can't make money, they worry. If they make money, they worry even more. When they don't have money, they just hope to earn enough to live. When they have money, then they want to buy a house and a car. After buying a house and a car, they want to improve their standard of living. They want to buy a supercar and a mansion. There is always someone they compare themselves to, making them feel inadequate. And they strive even harder to earn more money. They spend their whole lives chasing money, their whole lives worrying about life. Money is something that can never satisfy a person. Chen Yuan, though young, already understands this, knowing that making money is not the ultimate goal. Making money is only to do more meaningful things. This point is truly precious. Thinking of this, Dong-hui recalled the casual words of old man Zhang, and immediately his eyes sparkled as if he could see through the depths of his thoughts. "Recently, my daughter has been very resistant to interacting with Xiao Yijun. The son of old man Xiao Yijun is indeed outstanding. His family background, personal history, and individual abilities are all highly regarded. Why doesn't Seok-hwan like Xiao Yijun? This girl must have fallen for that Chen Yuan kid. Like father, like daughter. Chen Yuan, let me see if you are worthy of Dong-hui's daughter." After grasping the situation, Dong-hui sighed and then unexpectedly made a suggestion. "Seok-hwan, invite Chen Yuan over for dinner at our house this weekend. I have taken quite a liking to that boy, so I've arranged the schedule for this weekend." Upon hearing this, Seok-hwan immediately relayed the good news. "Chen Yuan, did you hear what my father just said? This weekend, come to our house for a meal. My father wants to meet you." Hearing this, Chen Yuan felt a bit awkward and declined. Actually, I might not have time this weekend as I am usually very busy." Chen Yuan cut the phone call hastily, then complained in his heart, "Damn it, the provincial party leader wants to see me. I'm a bit nervous. A leader of that level investigating my financial sources might find it strange how a high school student like me has this much money. If they ask me to declare, what should I do now? I'm afraid I can't explain. If the country investigates me, I'm done. Don't know what this system is based on, but the economy can't resist the law." The next morning at 8 o'clock at the Lai family villa in Ma Duo, Lai Jianyu frowned as he stared at the screen broadcasting news about Chen Yuan. He immediately threw his cigarette butt at the screen and shouted, "Damn it, this dog Shen Yuan really doesn't know his place. Weibo, Cook, TikTok, almost all are flooded with images and information about him. The internet is about to be overwhelmed by this kid. Even the hottest news is being overshadowed by his heat. Before he didn't have money, whatever he wanted to do, he did it. Giving gifts to female streamers to show off, couldn't do anything properly. How come now he's pretending to donate to charity? He's good at being a real person. Film, live stream, real estate, and even medical. He wants to dabble in every profession. Isn't he afraid of greed choking? Fine, if this dog Shen Yuan wants to do charity work, how can I not lend him a hand? Li Jia Mu laughed coldly, then looked at Kan Ge Eon with contempt. When people are most complacent, most shining, that is also when they reveal their weaknesses the most. This is the moment to strike a fatal blow that they cannot recover from. Doing charity is a double-edged sword. Doing good can bring both fame and fortune, but doing poorly will only bring disaster. This is the weakness to exploit. What if we can make these critically ill patients unable to be cured, leading to death? In an instant, Kan Ge Eon understood. Young master, I understand your intention. Let me handle this. Young master, I understand your intention. Let me do this. Just as Kan Ge Eon was about to leave, Li Jia Mu raised his hand to advise further. Don't rush. Eating rice must be done one bite at a time. Proceed slowly. If Lim Yum Won wants to do charity, he cannot only focus on the patients at Jeonbokgung and neglect others. There are countless patients. How can we differentiate treatment based on geographical location? Are the patients at Jeonbokgung any more human than those elsewhere? We need to add more burden on him. Heaven entrusts great responsibilities to those capable. Of course, one must first endure suffering, hardship, laborious efforts, hunger, and even sacrifice oneself. We must create opportunities for as many patients as possible to benefit from his charity fund. I cannot bear to see others suffer. Do you understand me? Kan Ge Eon suddenly had a moment of realization and nodded vigorously. Understood, young master. I see what you mean. You are truly skilled. After saying this, Kan Ge Eon felt a deep admiration for Li Jia Mu. Lim Yum Wong is certainly about to face major trouble despite his charitable actions and boastful demeanor. He has promised 10 billion to treat patients with severe illnesses, but the chance of success is very low, as many people with terminal diseases cannot be fully cured. Even if some could be partially treated, with the influx of patients from other provinces, would he dare to refuse those who come to Jeonbokgung for help? If he refuses, he will incur the hatred of many people. On the other hand, if he does not refuse, 10 billion will be insignificant compared to the enormous amount of money required to treat all the patients. Creating a public outcry would put him in a dilemma. Spending money won't solve the problem and will lead to a loss of reputation. In the end, he will lose both money and prestige. This time, the young master will surely be able to exact revenge. Yes, young master, there is another important matter I want to report. Kan Ge Eon cautiously spoke up. Yes, Li Jia Mu responded coldly. Go ahead. With Li Jia Mu's permission, Kan Ge Eon reported and explained in detail. Yu Ling Shuang has recently acquired 2 more construction companies. Their film and television studio project has officially started, and Gao Quan Yin has also collaborated with Yang Sison to begin filming a new movie. It is said that the construction company, in cooperation with Phi Dun, is implementing a strategy of simultaneous filming and construction. Wherever they build a film, not sparing enormous resources, hence the construction speed is very fast, and the number of workers is also extremely large, significantly improving work efficiency. Listening to Kan Ge Eon's report, Li Jia Mu frowned uncomfortably. Ling Shuang's management ability is truly excellent, leading a conglomerate of tens of thousands of people, her capabilities far surpassing that of Shen Yuan. Losing her feels like a huge loss, like losing an arm really benefiting this cunning brat. Kan Ge Eon continued to take out a photo album in front of Li Jia Mu and reported, Young master, I heard that the scar on Yu Ling Shuang's face has completely healed. This is a recent photo of her. Li Jia Mu immediately denied, no way. But when looking at the photos, Li Jia Mu's face froze to the extreme. In his eyes, disbelief could be seen. The beauty of Yu Ling Shuang, now even more radiant than before, like a blooming flower exuding a powerful aura of authority. She was like a treasure that made men regret not being able to possess her on the bed and release their desires. Then Li Jia Mu looked at Kan Ge Eon. A discomfort suddenly arose in his heart. Damn, if only I had known earlier. I wouldn't have let Ling Shuang go. Ling Shuang is both capable and beautiful, and absolutely loyal. A perfect woman like her was let go by me, Kan Ge Eon, compared to Ling Shuang has no chance at all. Dan. It's heartbreaking. The more he thought, the more Li Jia Mu's heart burned with regret. At this moment, Kan Ge Eon threw a bomb with a bitter tone. Young master, you should not doubt anymore. Yu Ling Shuang has long been bought off by Lim Yum Won. She betrayed the company, causing you a great loss, and you still treat her with pity. Looking at the beautiful pictures on the table, but looking at Kan Gaeon intentionally speaking ill, Lai Jia Mu screamed in anger, raised his hand, and slapped her fiercely. Shut up! This wretch stopped talking nonsense. Kan Gaeon was confused by the blow, tears welled up in her eyes, but she tried to hold them back. I'm sorry, Yub Master, I spoke out of turn. Lai Jia Mu continued with disgust. Fine, go away. Don't stay here bothering me. Women who are inherently submissive. Kan Gaeon did not resent, instead blamed herself. The more she thought, the more resentment Kan Gaeon felt in her heart as she quietly watched Lai Jia Mu's figure leave. After Kan Gaeon left, Lai Jia Mu frowned again. Regrettable? Truly regrettable. I wonder if it can still be salvaged. But as this thought arose, Lai Jia Mu quickly shook his head and then regretted it like crazy. Before, I always thought Chen Yuan was just a reckless investor, relying on money to chase girls and invest in unnecessary projects, but who could have thought Chen Yuan not only invests, but also dares to risk investing hundreds of billions of dollars, something that ordinary people cannot achieve, both in capital and courage. Moreover, he has built up a complete industrial chain that supports each other to create a perfect ecosystem. This crazy guy, he truly is a crazy guy. This structure and strategy are truly terrifying. Understanding Shen Yuan's true purpose, Lai Jia Mu took a deep breath and smirked coldly. I will not let that dog Shen Yuan succeed. I will definitely stop him, even if he plans carefully every step of the way, but building up this complete industrial chain cannot be achieved with just a few $100 billion. Once his capital chain is broken, he will fall into an abyss from which he can never return. He even dared to contribute to charity, dared to show morality on the internet. He thinks he can get away with anything. Thinking about it, Lai Jia Mu suddenly harbored a very greedy idea in his heart. This time I will use the full power of the clan to strike in a fatal blow. I will crush him to pieces, leaving no bone behind. But this chess game is too big. To borrow over $100 billion from the bank, there must be many relationships and smooth coordination. This is truly complex and requires the mobilization of all the resources of the Lai Shi group to arrange. My ability is limited, and I cannot solve it alone. After hesitating for a moment, Lai Jia Mu decided to call his father. Hello, Dad. I have something to discuss with you. On the other end of the line, a cold and authoritative voice sounded with no room for argument. Speak. When Lai Jia Mu called his father, Chen Yuan at home had been sneezing repeatedly and gently furrowed his brow, wondering to himself, someone must be thinking of me. Opening his phone, Chen Yuan indeed saw a WhatsApp message from Park Min Young. It's been a while since we last met. Can I invite you to dinner? After reading it, Chen Yuan chuckled lightly. Min Young, you're really patient. Waiting so long to actively invite me to dinner. I thought your favorite level was fake. Automatically, it was already 5 o'clock in the afternoon, almost time for the appointment with Park Min Young. Chen Yuan put down his phone, showered, groomed his hair, and changed clothes. In total, it took him 15 minutes to get everything done. Chen Yuan bought a bouquet of flowers, drove towards the apartment where Park Min Young was staying, crossing the tunnel that traversed the river. Chen Yuan kept smiling to himself. Min Young invited me to dinner today and even took the initiative to invite me to her house. Wouldn't eating at home be more comfortable than a hotel? Around 5:30 in the afternoon, Park Min Young's phone rang. Hey, Chen Yuan, are you busy? No, I'm already across the river on my way, about 10 minutes away. Why did you suddenly think of inviting me to dinner? Park Min Young tried to explain, I recently bought a new house and today I have a day off, so I want to cook a meal to invite you to taste my cooking skills. Don't misunderstand, I just worry that if I cook too much, I won't be able to finish it by myself and it will be wasted. After listening to Park Min Young's explanation for a while, Chen Yuan felt more and more uneasy, and on this side of the line, Park Min Young also felt something was not right. She hurriedly hung up on Chen Yuan, but for some reason, when she heard Chen Yuan was about to arrive, Park Min Young was so excited that she felt like she was about to fly, her heart beating wildly in her chest. Oh, so nervous. A first time eating alone with Chen Yuan at my new home too, since Lai Yu received a $1 billion investment from Chen Yuan. Within just 3 short months, Lai Yu has grown rapidly, with daily active users now exceeding 30 million accounts and the number of registered users exceeding 80 million. It can be said that Lai Yu is the perfect copy of Facebook. During her time studying under Yuman King, Park Min Young exuded an authoritative aura of a deputy director. Yuman King was ambitious, and until she could make Lai Yu the master of social media, she would not stop. Therefore, this ambitious director sought out Park Min Young to discuss a very clever plan. Min Young, you've been working so hard lately, you must be too busy to date. It's good for a woman to be independent. Men can always be relied on, and at crucial times, you have to carry the burden yourself. But you're different with such a solid support system by your side. If you hold on to it, it's better than trying for 1,000 years. The important thing is that Lim Yong Won even spent money to buy back half of the shares to give to you. Now, your own value must be at least $7 billion. But the road to becoming an internet tycoon is full of obstacles. Without a billionaire supporting you, one day you might turn to dust. In reality, there are times when I truly admire you. I struggled in business for over 10 years to achieve what I have today. You're only 20 and already have such high-level connections like Lim Yong Won, something I couldn't achieve even after more than 10 years of hard work. If I could be 10 years younger, I might even compete with you for men. Yuan King joked, but her words had a deeper meaning that made Park Min Young furrow her brow. Boss lady Yu, if you got something to say, just say it straight. Yuan King began to express her concerns. Min Young, I'm not beating around the bush with you. In the past, the QQ conglomerate held half of the internet market share, dominating without rivals. However, the rise of TikTok has shaken QQ's position, leading to a fierce competition between two tigers. But in any battle between two tigers, one is bound to be injured. This is the crucial moment for a rising power like our Lai Yu Ya. I need the support of Lim Yong Won. I need a strong financial backing. My relationship with Lim Yong Won is only at a normal level, so this time I want to ask for your help. I need $10 billion in capital. The potential of Lai Yu Ye over the past 3 months speaks volumes. Lai Yu Ye will soon launch an international version, aiming for dominance. Min Young, can you help me? You have the heart to watch our efforts being oppressed by QQ and TikTok, turning into dust and ashes. The gears have started turning. We have no way back, only forward. There's a deep abyss behind us, but only by forging a new bloody path can we become the last surviving. Min Young, you've never let me down. This time, I know you can do it. Park Min Young felt both confused and awkward after reconsidering Yuan King's proposal. She decided not to accept the apartment after realizing that the company's offer of a house and high salary had ulterior motives. While finding Chen Yuan's investment was not a problem, the request was unreasonable. She thought about how to approach Chen Yuan. As someone straightforward, she decided to ask for money up front. She was afraid he would view her as simply using him like an ATM. It was a difficult situation, as she did not want to ruin her good image in his eyes. As Park Min Young was grappling with these complex thoughts, the doorbell suddenly rang, ding dong. She immediately went to open the door. Chen Yuan stood there, holding a bouquet of bright red roses in his hand, saying, Min Young, congratulations on your new home. I came here in a hurry today and didn't have time to prepare a gift, so I brought you this. Park Min Young smelled the scent of roses, a feeling of indescribable emotions rising, symbolizing love. Chen Yuan giving me roses like this, the meaning is still unclear. Perhaps it has been a long time since meeting Chen Yuan. The atmosphere between us is somewhat awkward, and in front of him, Park Min Young now becomes a cute girl without any elegance or sophistication. Then she said hesitantly, the house is a bit simple. Don't complain, just sit naturally. Stepping into Park Min Young's new home, Chen Yuan's first feeling was spaciousness. He looked around, everything was extremely clean and luxurious. Then he turned back and asked naturally, Ha ha, Min Young, you don't need to decorate it like this. But at this moment, Park Min Young suddenly turned off the lights, making Chen Yuan surprised. Under the shimmering candlelight, the atmosphere became incredibly mysterious and romantic. Oh my, this is a candlelit dinner. After that, Chen Yuan asked hesitantly, do you have other guests at home today? Park Min Young did not answer Chen Yuan, but invited him to sit at the party table. The two raised their glasses to toast to the new home under the sparkling candles. Park Min Young looked at Chen Yuan with sparkling eyes, her beautiful face lightly and elegantly make up, white skin like snow, eyes shining as if containing countless words to say. Chen Yuan, do you know what day it is today? Chen Yuan looked at Park Min Young, who was usually elegant and luxurious, but now gentle and gentle, so he asked in confusion, Isn't today your happy new home day? Hearing that, Park Min Young revealed a seductive and charming demeanor and replied, No, today is my birthday, but I only invited you. After saying this, the aura of a celestial maiden seemed to envelop her.